I felt this is very, very important, for me to share today, whether you need to choose a job or a career, actually. So, in next 10, 15 minutes, I'll talk about this, and I'll leave it, with a thought whether you need to choose a career or a job after, completing your degree or diploma at Wiztoonz, actually. I think you will all know Dhoni, right? And and I'm sure you all know that Dhoni's first job was traveling, ticket examiner in railways. And what is he today? A legendary cricket player, right? You all know him. You know what is his first job? And yes, he's a bus conductor. And what is he today? You know him, right? I need not explain. The father of Mukesh and Anil Ambani, and his first job was a clerk at Besse and Company. And he has built one of the world's largest business empire. Now, that is the difference between job and a career, right? The job, of Dhoni was a ticket, examiner. The job of, Rajnikant was a bus conductor. And the job of Dhirubhai Ambani was a clerk. But their passion was something else. That's where they built their careers. See, job is very important because it is for your living. You need to earn some money to live. It's for your livelihood. But finally, what you want to achieve in life is about your passion. Now, you need to have passion to become something in your life. Jobs cannot give you the kind of happiness that a career can give you, right? Job is only for earning money, but career is something which you love to do every day. Actually, that is the difference. And I'm quoting these examples of celebrities because you will be able to relate very easily. But today I have invited, two of my, one student and colleague, and I would like to share a small story about them, how they started journey and what they are today. Actually. Right, first, I would like to request Mr. Ravi to come on stage. Ravi was my colleague in 2000. In fact, when I was working for a different, multimedia institute as a center manager, in 2000, I recruited Ravi as office boy. 2000, January 10th, to be precise. Yes, Ravi? January 10th, you joined us in 2000 as an office boy. His roles and responsibility was to keep the computer lab clean. Those days, there were no laptops, and we had a computer lab, and he's supposed to clean the computer lab every day and serve coffee, tea to all the guests. And he has to help me in all the business promotion. Those days, the business promotion is not about social. There was no social media 20 years back. Neither, we could able to advertise in newspapers because it is very, very costly. So what we were doing is, every day early in the morning, we have to go to the, paper distribution centers, insert the pamphlets, or distribute the pamphlets door to door, or we have to put the banners at important junctions, or we have to paste the posters. He was helping me doing all that, actually. So when we do the paper inserts in the morning, I think most of the time, at least 3 weeks in a month, we used to do paper inserts in the morning. The process is, early morning 4 a.m., the newspapers will be dumped at different distribution centers. And the distributors will set the papers because the additional sheets will come as separate papers. They'll set the papers. They'll also insert the pamphlets that we give them. So what we are supposed to do is, 3 o'clock I used to start from my house in the morning, and he has to sleep in the office because he'll not be able to come in the morning so early from his house. So 3:30 I used to reach the office. 3:30, 3:40 I used to pick him up, go to the different, paper distribution centers, share the pamphlets, and the pamphlets will start, they will start inserting in the newspapers. 5 o'clock, the papers will leave from the distribution centers to all the residents. Actually. So one day, what happened is, the office was in Rajaji Nagar for the. So I went early because we are supposed to go to Yeshwantpur, distribution centers. I reached office by, let's say, 2:45 a.m. in the morning. And I saw this guy working something on the computer in the lab. So I asked him, what are you doing? He said, sir, I'm practicing Flash and Action script at 2:45 a.m. in the morning. So I was shocked. I saw his outputs are excellent. I asked him, where did you learn? He said, no, whenever I used to clean computers in the lab, I used to watch what other students are doing, and I used to observe what faculties are teaching, and I practice whenever you ask me to sleep in the office. So I was so impressed with the kind of interest that he had. Then I asked some of our faculties to teach him every day half an hour. Just 30 minutes, you teach him whenever he is free, whenever the faculties are free, should teach him, whatever he is interested, actually. That's how he started learning multimedia. Right, Ravi? And in 6 months, he became such an expert, we didn't have any option. We had to promote him as a lab assistant, actually. And as a lab assistant, he became so popular in next 6 months that we had to promote him as a faculty. And he became such a, popular faculty, we had to promote him as a senior faculty. In 2003, I left that particular institution. I left that particular institution and joined one more institution as general manager. But Ravi continued his journey in multimedia industry. And he started growing tremendously. And in 2010, he joined Indigene as a graphic designer.
First company was 24x7. Now I am working in Indigene. Yeah.
He joined Indigene, and now he is the graphic lead in Indigene. In 2000, I appointed him with a salary of 600 rupees per month. And now I don't want to disclose his CTC. It's very confidential. He has requested me not to disclose. But I can only give you an example. In Bangalore, he bought a 60-40 site. He built a house without loan. Okay? And very recently, I was talking to him, and he said, sir, are you into organic farming? I said, yes, I recently started experimenting organic farming. Then I need your assistance because I'm buying some farmland and I'm also getting into organic farming. That is the growth of Ravi from an office boy in 2023. Tremendous journey, Ravi. And a big round of applause for him, actually. I'll tell you why I'm sharing these stories, actually. Now I would like to, he's my colleague, of course. Now I would like to call upon Sunil on stage. He was my student in 2003. Sunil says a very interesting story, actually. Very, very inspiring. In 2003, when I joined one more institution as a general manager, same thing, we used to run promotion. And this boy, of course, both of them were around 16, 17 when I met them. I'm talking about 20 years back. Sunil, whenever we used to run the promotion, he used to come. And that too in the evening, I think 6:30 in the evening, he'll walk in and he'll meet one of our admission officers by name Leena and inquire about the course. He spends at least, he used to spend around 1 hour, collect all the information, and he never used to join. And I think at least 6-7 times he would have walked in. And especially at 6:30, she wanted to go home, and this guy used to come and collect the, make her wait till 7:30, collect all the information, but he'll never join the course, actually. So one day she thought this guy is harassing, Leena. So she brought him to me and said, sir, this Sunil always comes at 6:30. I wanted to go home, but he insists that he wants all the information, and I spend at least 40-45 minutes, and he'll say, I'll come later, and again he'll come and ask for the same, course again, actually. Then I said, okay, but when I saw him, I never thought he can harass somebody like that. It was very lean, with, Hawaii slippers, and I think, he was a very shabby. You can make out that this guy is really from a different background altogether, financially challenging background. And I said, Sunil, what is the problem? Why are you troubling her? He said, no, sir, I'm very interested to do this course, but I cannot afford because I'm working as an office boy somewhere else, and my mother is working in a garment industry, and she draws about 3,000 to 4,000 rupees salary. And my father has got a medical condition. He cannot work anywhere. But I want to do this course. So I was moved. In fact, when I heard that story, I asked him, so what made you to think to join this course? So he says, he just slowly opened one small notebook and showed. The notebook is full of sketches and drawings, amazing sketches and drawings. And you don't believe his anatomy, and even in the color theory and the perspectives were almost perfect. I was so thrilled, to see the notebook, and I told him, okay, you wait for 5 minutes, I'll come back to you. Then I went to my senior and told him, sir, somehow I have to give admission to this Sunil. He is drawing only 1,000 rupees salary, but I'll ensure he has to pay 500 rupees every month, because anything free will not add any value. It will not have any value. So he should pay 500. And those days for 1 year course, it was about 24,000 rupees, all inclusive. So then I was telling my senior, you deduct 1,500 rupees from my salary, and I will collect 500 from him. Then my senior, he took for few seconds and said, Sreedhar, you are paid 15,000 rupees, and you are asking 1,500 rupees to be deducted, and you to pay Sunil's fees. I said, no, sir, somehow I want to support him. Then he told me, okay, you do one thing. I will deduct 1,000 rupees from your salary. I will pay 500. You collect 500 from Sunil. And he did 1 year course with us. He immediately joined a gaming company, right? Then he started growing in the industry. And just before pandemic, he launched his own company, gaming company called as Giant Box Labs, right? And he started recruiting Wiztoonz students. See, it's an amazing journey. But unfortunately, pandemic was a big hit for him. He couldn't sustain. He has to wind up his company. But I'm sure he will restart it again. But currently, he is working for GSN Games as an associate producer, looking after the production of Bingo online games. I'm sure you all know about Bingo online games. He's overseeing the production of Bingo online games. Actually, fantastic journey. Really, Sunil. Big round of applause. Now, why I am sharing this stories is including the celebrities or Ravi or Sunil is, see if they have decided to continue their jobs, as an office assistant or whatever, as a train ticket, examiner, what would have happened now? Probably Ravi would have become a senior office assistant. Sunil would have become a senior office boy, right? But it was the passion that was driving them to become something in their lives. That is very, very important. See, we are all fortunate that our parents are supporting so much. And if they can achieve so much in their lives, we should be able to achieve much more, right? Because the support is so strong for all of you. That is very, very important. See, many times when I hear that people say that I'm looking for a job, I get disappointed. No, jobs, you will get jobs. Some or the other job you will get. But can you convert those jobs into careers is very, very important, actually. Right? You need to have that drive to achieve something in your lives. Else it is very, very difficult for you to become something. Right? So when they can do, when the celebrities, we think, celebrities had a very easy, achievement. No, they had to really toil and struggle to reach this position. And as commoners, as, very ordinary people doing extraordinary, things in their lives, it is possible for all of us, actually. So that should be the kind of focus that you need to have, actually. So here I would like to quote Swami Vivekananda's, saying, "You are responsible for whatever you are." Right? If I have to give an example, see, we were 37 students in our school. From first standard to 10th standard, in my hometown, we were about 37, 36 students. And normally the statistics is 1/3 of the students will do extremely good in their career. So some of my classmates are doctors. They've built their own hospitals. They're doing very big in their life. Some of them have settled abroad. And another 1/3, they're doing average. In the sense, they're doing good in their lives. They're bank managers, working for different companies, earning decent salary. They're well settled. The another 1/3, very interesting, number, is when I go to my hometown, I still see them hanging around addas. In small towns, the addas are tea shops, right? The whole day they'll be sipping tea and discussing how Modi should run the government and how Reliance Industries should be run by Ambanis, how Dhoni should play the cricket, the whole day. And at the end, somebody else has to pay for the tea also. And if I go, normally I end up paying for their teas. This is very, very common, right? But if you observe, we are all from the same school, same class, we studied same subjects, same teacher taught us, but some have reached, very big in their lives, some are doing good, and some are not doing anything. And who is responsible for that? Who should take the responsibility? I think that is where this statement holds good. That is, you are responsible for whatever you are. See, when it is success, we always claim that it is my effort. But when it comes to failure, you will start blaming everybody. It starts from parents. My parents didn't support, my friends didn't support, my teachers didn't support. But at the end of the day, you don't understand. It is you who should be putting that effort to reach something big in your lives. Actually. So this is very, very important for all of you. And most of you are graduating now. I think next couple of weeks, some of you are passing out from your degrees. Some of you are passing out from your diplomas. You will definitely get a job. But whether to convert those jobs into careers is very important, and you need to decide what you want to do, right? Job is definite. There is no doubts about jobs. But can you convert those jobs into career is your choice, actually. I have a small suggestion before I conclude this session. See, if job is a necessity immediately after completing your course, I recommend you take it up immediately, because you need to earn money, you need to support your parents, or you need to support yourself, right? Convert those jobs into your careers, because be passionate about what you are doing. Upgrade yourself. Every day you need to have learning, right? No, you cannot think that now that I got the job, this is the end. No, it is actually the beginning. You have to put in more efforts to grow, right? Then what you need to do is 3-4 years, you learn a lot of things and make some money, go abroad. Why I am recommending all of you to go abroad is to have more exposure. See, now it is all about global. There is nothing local now. So you will understand the global industry much better. Spend some time there and come back. And of course, you will have a better career in India, because we are the fastest growing economy in the world today, actually, right? If, in case, if there is no necessity for you to work, if your parents can support, I recommend you go to Orita Sinclair, do your 1-year diploma, learn from the international faculties, you meet students from across the globe, exchange your ideas, exchange your thoughts, right? Gain confidence, understand the international design market, become more professional. Either you can work there if you are fortunate enough, at least work there for some time, or you come back to India. As I told you, India has got a better future than any other country. We are very confident, sir, with all respect, we might overtake Singapore in next 10 years' time. So our Prime Minister is talking about, next 5 years we will be the third largest economy in the world, actually. So you will have better opportunities in India, actually. But you need to have that global exposure, right? So with this, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you so much.